Champions and challengers converge in St. Paul, Minnesota for the chance to be called Best in the U.S. A compelling rivalry carries on as the three-time and reigning ladies champion
that was perfection
takes on the skater ready to reclaim her crown. And with the defending men's champion injured, this former champ eyes a return to the top.
That was a powerhouse performance.
Last year's pairs winners try to make it 2 in a row, while the Detroit duo aims to win their second straight and continue an American ice dance legacy at the U.S. Figure Skating Championships.
Easily number one.
That was beautiful.
That was inspirational. That was everything that a figure skating performance should.
Right now, I was on the edge of my seat. That's how it's done.
NBC Sports presents the 2016 Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championships Preview Show. Thrilled to have you along. Terry Gannon along with the 5-time U.S. champ, Kenneth White, formerly Belbin, and the 97 U.S. title holder, Tara Lipinski. You did okay the next year at the Olympics.
So.
Newly engaged, too, by the way. So you've got the Nationals, as skaters call them, the U.S. Championships beginning this week in St. Paul, Minnesota. For so many, since the early part of the 20th century, it's been around. It's the highlight of the calendar, figure skating-wise. The pressure, the excitement, it's celebrated. From a skater's standpoint, why? What's so special about it?
Well, you think about nationals all year long. It determines the rest of your year. And as a skater, sometimes you think during the year, I have a month or two, I have another competition. And then the month before, it is just pure hysteria. It was the worst month of my entire season, the month before nationals.
Do you dread them or do you look forward to them as a skater?
Well, there's just so much pressure that rides on this one competition. I mean, unlike any other, it not only affects the rest of this season with the World Championships coming up, but it also affects the start of the following season in terms of your selections for the Grand Prix Series. So it has wide-reaching effects, not to mention when you're looking to make a world champion stand, you need to start your campaign early on. And as we're looking just 2 years away from the Olympic Games, I say just 2 years, but in a skater's world, it's pretty close. They need to start campaigning now to get that reputation of being a champion.
And remember, the World Championships in the United States this year, they're in Boston, so that'll be special too. All right, let's get to it in terms of the major players. No doubt, the first thing that jumps out, the ladies event, you've got a 3-time champ, a veteran in Ashley Wagner, the defending champ against the 2014 champ, Gracie Gold. They're so similar in terms of what they can put on the ice, but they're opposites as well.
Okay, Terry. It's not just the ladies event that I like, but this event is going to be the best event at nationals. You have Gracie and Ashley very evenly matched, technically evenly matched. They both struggle when it comes to actually competing and having that mental nerve to do it when it counts. But it's going to be who skates the best that day. So it's going to be the most exciting.
Tough to split those two.
Well, and they both think that they can be the best. I mean, Tara, we spoke with them, and that's pretty much exactly what they told you.
Yeah, we put them on the spot, and I was like, Ashley, what is it? She's like, yeah, I'm going to win. And Gracie, too. What's going to happen? Yeah, I'm the best. I'm going to win.
You wouldn't expect any different, though. Come on. You would have said that. You would have said that.
It took a minute, though, to really get them to, like, power through and say it.
All right, how about the men? Because, unfortunately, we now know that Jason Brown, the defending champ, is out with a back injury. Certainly opens the door. Max Aaron, the 2013 national champ, a resurgent Max Aaron. He's back. It's a wide-open men's field, though.
It is wide open, but at the same time, Terry, really Max Aaron has proven himself to be the front runner heading into these U.S. Championships this season. What he's been able to do on the Grand Prix Series, the performances that he's been able to put forward, and really his commitment to improving that second mark and improving those components has taken him a step above what he's been able to do in the past. He admitted to us that getting that second U.S. title has been the biggest challenge of his career, but he feels more ready than ever before to do it now.
Yeah, his season has been the best season I've ever seen him skate before. At Skate America, that program was incredible. I think it gave people faith in his potential.
It's his to win or lose, but it is wide open. A number of other major players there who could steal the title. Talk about all the top contenders and all the disciplines when we come back. But first, a look at the ice dance competition where the defending champs Madison Chock and Evan Bates are certainly the headliners as we continue here on the Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championships Preview Show. The Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championships Preview Show is brought to you by Realtor.com, real estate in real time. And by Prudential, proud sponsor of U.S. Figure Skating. Bring your challenges. We welcome you back to the Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championships Preview Show. A look at Madison Chock and Evan Bates claiming their first U.S. title last season in Greensboro, marking the start, perhaps, of a new era in American ice dancing. From 2009 through 2014, one team, Olympic gold medalists Merrill Davis and Charlie White, won a record 6 straight championships. But with Davis and White now undecided about their future, the focus remains on Chock and Bates. We caught up with the current U.S. champs in Detroit, where they're preparing to defend their national title.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madison Chock and Evan Bates.
I think we felt the pressure last year a little bit. It was the first time that Merrill and Charlie weren't there, and I think we were sort of looking for them, expecting them to come out of the locker room or step on the ice with us. It was more of a battle than we anticipated, just because I didn't put myself in the position of realizing that that top spot on the podium is open.
We need to be build into the leap. We need to wake up audience. We need to see, okay, bam.
Every year is important. Even if it's not an Olympic year, it's a chance to grow and a chance to show yourself in a new way.
And build.
This year, they choose music of Rachmaninoff. It's a much more difficult piece of music than we ever tried to do before. To match this with the skating was challenging this year, but I think it's made them a lot better skaters, a lot better performers.
I like this arm forward, by the way. And you reach forward, bam!
Every little detail we want to be noticed and really play a part in our whole picture of our program.
The goal is perfection, and Madison and Evan have very high goals. Being second in the world put sort of pressure on them.
It can drive you crazy because in ice dance you're really expected to be perfect, and especially recently I think the top teams are, just this far apart.
One turn can be the difference. One twizzle, anything really can be the difference.
The favorites take the ice, Madison Chock and Evan Bates.
The expectation to win is something that's new for us. We're stronger than we were a year ago, definitely. We have more confidence in our ability to handle tough circumstances and handle pressure.
It takes not just a skill, it takes just a training, it takes some character. I think they have in both of them. But you need to prove it every single time. They had a lot of very good performances, but I think best performance yet to come.
So for the reigning champions, Chock and Bates, a very strong fall international season. Guys, you look at it, this is really the golden age for U.S. ice dancing. You helped set it up. Your husband, Charlie White, helped set it all up. And now Chock and Bates, Tanith, are trying to take it and run with it.
Well, and they're doing a great job of that so far. Not only them, but 3 U.S. ice dance teams qualified for the Grand Prix final this season. And by those standards, you could look at this season as the most successful for U.S. ice dance in a lot of ways. Certainly an exciting time, but of course, Madison and Evan really leading that charge.
And looking ahead to the next big event, the U.S. has potential to have 2 teams on that podium, 2 medals. That would be huge. But Madison and Evan are the favorites. They know they are the favorites. When we talk to them, their mind is at Boston. They're thinking about Worlds. They've been trailing the Canadians all season long, but they have one more stop.
And it's been a really trying season for those two. They say that they've come out of this feeling stronger, but really with all of the changes they had to make with their programs this season, 3 short dances and an entirely revamped free dance before the Grand Prix final. This must feel wonderful for them to just have some time to train these programs and put them out strong as possible.
But right behind them, you've got the Shibatanis, and they weren't behind them at some point, but right now it's played out that way, but a long string of medals at the national championships and great success on the international scene, and then Hubble and Donahue, so there's depth there.
The Shibs, let me just say this. You need to watch this free dance. They skate to Coldplay. They've been getting standing ovations all season long.
You love this thing.
I love it. It's so emotional. It's so incredible. My opinion, they have close ties to Boston. My opinion, in that stadium at Nationals that night, they're going to be the people's favorite.
Well, it's entirely possible with that program. Like you said, it's such a genuine and personal experience for them in that performance. And when we spoke to them, Alex said something really interesting about the moniker of being technicians and how they've always been known as such, but over time, really that's come out as a way to sort of imply that their artistry is limited in comparison. And this season, they've been able to prove that wrong.
Hubble and Donahue right there know what it's like to be up there at the national championships, too. That experience counts for a lot.
And they've come a long way under new coaches this season, really making strides in new directions. So who's to say what we could expect from them at the U.S. Championships as well?
But Chalk and Bates, certainly the favorites coming in, not only at the Nationals, but to take it, maybe run with it at the World Championships this year in Boston. All right. When we come back, we turn our focus to the men, including Max Aaron, the 2013 U.S. champ, who's been finding renewed success this season. Stay with us. A reminder, coverage of the Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championships begins the afternoon of Saturday, January 23rd. We'll have the pairs free skate and the free dance for you. And it continues Saturday night with the ladies free skate live in prime time. And then Sunday afternoon, the men skate for a national title. And the following weekend, it's the Smuckers Skating Spectacular, featuring performances from the top skaters of the championships. And welcome back, everyone, to the Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championships preview show. Max Aaron claimed his first U.S. title back in 2013, but a year later, he fell short of his Olympic dream, failing to make the U.S. team for Sochi. Then after an unremarkable post-Olympic year, Aaron came to Skate America this season, eager to show that he wasn't just back, he was more complete and better than ever. Here's how we called his free skate in Milwaukee.
This free program is a big ask from Max Aaron, more of the hockey skater type guy, trying to work on it, but this is the Black Swan.
Big combination right here. Quad style, triple toe, only a double. He got very close to the boards. His next element is the triple axel, usually very consistent for him.
Gorgeous. Into a double toe. While Max has noticeably improved his lines, his artistry, I mean, we're only a year out from that Footloose short program from last year. This isn't quite Swan Lake.
I don't know, Johnny. I'm feeling it.
Another quad sal here. Beautiful.
The audience is feeling it too.
I feel like he looks like a different skater this year. Every movement, he's taking his time. He's not rushing. He's not throwing it away. He's connecting it with beautiful jumps like that. A second triple axel.
On the fire.
Triple Lutz half loop, triple sow cow. Fabulous. Very smart. He just did a triple toe loop instead of a double axel because he missed the triple toe loop on the first quad sal, making up every point he can. Silly mistake there on the double axel.
But a small mistake.
So Max Aaron opened his season with a somewhat surprising win at Skate America, and a look for a similar result in St. Paul. We'll have much more coverage on the men's competition straight ahead, but right now, we want to take a look at a new graphics presentation that we're pretty excited to debut during our U.S. Championships coverage to help viewers better understand skaters' scores and the judging system. We all know it's difficult at times. Here are Tara and Tanith with today's Rise to the Challenge presented by Prudential.
Thanks, Terry. Well, using this new graphics presentation, Tara and I are going to take a look at Max Aaron at the 2015 U.S. Championships, rising to the challenge with a tough technical plan. And as he gets set for his free skate, a look at his planned content. And you'll see there that Nathan Chen was the current leader with 78 points. Max Aaron's plan over 86. His key elements there are highlighted. You see the 2 quads off the top and then the 2 triple axles after the half.
Getting started here, what you will see is Max's technical score add up after each element. Again, you can see Nathan Chen's technical score at the top as the current leader. Max's first jump planned is a quad sal, double toe, coming up right here. Quad sal, triple toe. He added the triple, so now there will be a little bit of a delay as the technical panel identifies the element and the judges mark the grade of execution, how well the element was performed. The dots along the bottom represent the 13 planned elements in the men's free skate. And there you see it, 1660 for that first quad combination. Here is his second one, another quad sal. A little shaky on the landing, so the technical panel reviews that. And on the graphic, the dot and score turn yellow to indicate under review. Never want to see that yellow.
So after his performance, the yellow dots will show the elements that are being reviewed by the technical panel. And we see several yellow dots there. And here we take a full look at what Max executed. Highlighted in red are those elements that have been judged with a negative grade of execution.
We can also show you the positive GOEs, elements under review, and lots of fun options with this new scoring graphic.
And remember, this is just for the technical score. The program components or artistic score will be added to that to give the final total for each program. So that was today's Rise to the Challenge presented by Prudential. And when we come back, we'll talk more about Max Aaron and the competition he'll face in the men's event in St. Paul.
So Jason Brown winning the U.S. title last season in Greensboro, hanging on to do it. Back with Tanith White and Tara Lipinski. Guys, unfortunately, we're not going to see him in St. Paul. Out with a back injury. We've barely seen him this fall internationally competing. What does that do in terms of the mindset of the rest of the field?
Hope is bubbling up. Every skater is thinking, I have a shot now. I can get on that podium. I can make the world team. This is going to be the most wide open men's event that I've seen in a long time.
And while some might be feeling a little bit of relief having the defending champion out, others may be feeling even more pressure. Someone like a Max Aaron who realizes now that that gold medal is really his to lose.
It's a great point, because you think of his mindset coming in. It was him and it was Jason Brown. Now it's him and a wide open field. Talk about Max Aaron too and the transformation that has taken place. Go back to 2012, struggling at the U.S. Nationals. He almost quits. Says, look, I'm not cut out for this. I don't have the well-rounded skate. Now he's back. He won the 2013 national title, and he's back better than ever.
Yeah, he also said, which I thought very interesting, he said, I'm a national champ, but winning my second one is going to be much harder than that first one ever could come close to. And this year, I think he is the most prepared we've ever seen him. He's always been athletic. He's always had the quads, but he's focusing so much on his artistic side, adding in that grace, which he needed. That component score needed to come way up, and it's getting there. Skate America blew me away.
Yeah.
He's changed people's minds with that performance.
Not really having to answer those questions now. Can he bring the artistic side?
Absolutely. And when we spoke with him, he admitted that he himself sort of helped create and perpetuate that idea that he was just a jumper, perhaps feeling insecure that that component and artistic side of his skating wasn't really adding up. Now he seems to have the confidence to really take it to the next level.
All right, how about the rest of the field? Are you going to pick Nathan Chen again this year, 16?
Of course I am.
No,
He's
you
still
are
my
not.
dark
You're
horse.
not going to do that.
He was injured last year. He is still my dark horse.
He was great.
Undefeated all season. He may add 4 quads into his free skate, Terry. This kid is good.
Just 16 years old, yeah. And now has that experience of being at the Nationals on the senior level under his belt. But you can't overlook the veteran, Adam Rippon. We just saw the clip from Jason Brown last year. He barely won that national title over Adam Rippon. A little more than 2 points, that's it.
He was so close, and his free skate was magical. Adam, you can never count out. He has a quad Lutz in his repertoire.
Yeah.
Who does a quad Lutz? If he skates clean, Max better watch out.
And that's someone, when we spoke to him, who's clearly put a lot of critical thought into his training, into his preparation. You mentioned the experience. That goes a long way, particularly when you're competing against someone like a Nathan Chen who doesn't have that experience at the senior level. Perhaps Adam can step up and handle the pressure a little bit better.
So Max Aaron's to win or lose, but a lot of other names in the mix in the men's event. Up next, we look at the pairs competition where engaged couple Alexa Semeka and Chris Kanarim are the defending champs.